Alright, what's up ladies and gents? Today I wanted to just quickly talk about something, and I can't discuss it for too long just because of my injury, but I just wanted to quickly discuss the string meaty thing that I was talking about with a few people on my Twitter, and just kind of what I was trying to cover. So in MK11, there's this thing called delay wake up, right? Delay wake up allows you to get up a certain amount of frames earlier, or later, sorry, preventing your opponent from being able to properly meaty you with certain strings. This is really common now because you get up 9 frames faster. And I just wanted to quickly show you like some math that I figured out when it comes to being able to determine if you can meaty properly or not. So first I'll just talk about Frost's her spin. So this is important to understand. First of all, you cannot meaty with a high. There is a special circumstance where you can meaty with a high, and I'm actually going to discuss this right now. So if you are plus enough to where your high can whiff and you are able to block the rising get up down 1. So obviously I have Garrus here because Garrus has a 6 frame down 1. He's going to have the fastest down 1 in the game to get up with. This is literally going to be the fastest move you can get up with that's not a wake up attack, right? So if I knock Garrus down here and I have him get up early, so just regular get up, right? If I can do a high and block, please do that one, Garrus. Why did he get hit by that? Does that hit mid? That must have hit mid. That shouldn't work. There we go. Yeah, that shouldn't work. But as you see here, right? I get hit because I don't have enough knockdown. So if I do it down 2 there, see it says hit advantage 27. I don't have enough knockdown for me to recover in time and block. Thus I cannot use this string, thus I cannot use this knockdown as a way to start a high string into a meaty. Now what I can do is I can do spin, because spin is plus 46 or plus 45, which means I can literally whiff a high. And I'll show you here. As you see there, like I can whiff a high and block, thus meaning that means the high, this is doing it without having to like look at the frames. That means the knockdown gives me enough time to whiff my high and use this string as a meaty. So let me quickly show you as proof. And that's a combo that you normally see me do as Frost. As you can see there, I was able to meaty with a high string despite it being a high, because the second hits become mids. Like the second hits are mids. So thus I can meaty with this string. Now another thing you want to keep in mind is the delay get up, which is what I started this video with. So delay get up really puts a monkey wrench in this, because certain strings, in between the strings, if they don't come out at the right time and you don't have the right amount of active frames on the string, you'll actually get wake up buttons on. It's kind of funny. Either through the recovery or the fact that the string is not taking place. It's really weird. A good example is Melina's back 1-1. I've tried that so many times, back 1, or it's either really tight or it doesn't work. Like her back 1-1, like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It seems to me like there's a frame issue, because I think the second hit comes out in 17 frames. And when I talked with Brosiv said that the second part, or the part of the string should come out in, I think, about 20 frames, I think is what he said. I'm still working with this. Like anyone who could help me in the comments, please help me in the comments, because I've been trying to do this forever. I don't think down 1 meaties are the way. Like I understand like they're the safest option, but when your opponent has no meter, you should get some sort of string, mind game, So that's why I've been looking at this. Let me quickly show you Frost again. So as you can see here, I'll show you real quick. That move is so active. It's so active and it hits low that Garrus cannot delay wake up. He cannot regular wake up. So let me show you. I'll have him regular wake up. Let's try that again. So that was delay wake up. Let's try regular. Shouldn't work. Okay. There we go. So as you see there, I meatied properly. And as you can see, like, he cannot delay wake up, he cannot regular get up, he cannot do anything. He is completely, unless he has meter, he has to hold that string. He has to hold it. And the string's pretty good. It's like, once you end and spin, it's like minus, whatever. Or you could just do this. I think he can poke out of the spin, but if you do like, you're like -5, so that's pretty good. If she had a flawless block launcher that was pretty good, it would be really, really good, but it's still at -5. That's not the worst thing. You get to hunt a combo. So let me just quickly show you this part. So as you can see here, and I need to get off because, you know, I'm not supposed to be playing right now, but as you can see here, like if you look at this, right, it's -5, and if you look at the active frames, it says 23 frames. That's 23 active frames. From what I understand, because the frame timing is so long, you're able to, hold on. So basically, if you look at Katana has another move, her back 1-4. I think it says 16 active frames or something like that. It's really, really active. So the 2 kicks will hit during your opponent trying to wake up, and then the back 1 will hit when your opponent is basically trying to do their early get up. Now, I don't know how many strings there are in this game, and I don't know based off of the knockdowns when. What I can tell you is most throws do not loop into strings. They're usually like +15 or something like that, so it's much harder to loop them into strings. You're generally going to have to use your down ones to do your throw loops, so it's going to have to be throw loop, then down 1 or throw loop. So they're going to have to guess strike by the down 1 or the throw, which leads to the false block micro duck nonsense that I talked about, but that's just the game, unfortunately. If you want to shimmy, you obviously can. You can go in and out of the range, but for the most part, most knockdowns in this game, they have to be pretty plus to guarantee that you're going to be able to do a string in between. And remember, I think what Broseph said, if I remember correctly, is it has to be 20-ish frames within the string of a startup to be able to beat the delay get up. There's a little bit of leeway there from what I saw, but for the most part, that's how it's going to work. So, again, safest options, down 1, down 1. If you look at down 1s, you can just look. Her down 1's 8 frames, and it recovers in 14. Generally, the highest recovery down 1 you'll see is like 18 frames. And if you kind of do the math there really quick, you can kind of see how we get that 20-ish frame of the next string coming out counts as hitting on a delay wake up. It's the same concept with down 1s. If you do a down 1, let's say you're +15, you do a down 1, you recover in 8 frames, you'll have enough time to do another down 1 and hit them before they can down 1 you back, if you do the math correctly. So at least that's what I understand. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to figure this all out because I want to see how many strings actually counter delay wake up and get up, because I hear this all the time in this game that like, oh, you know, just meaty, or oh, like, you know, delay get up, or no, sorry, the game's wake up options are strong because of the meter system, but I don't even think that's the case. I think it's a combination of things. I think it's the fact that delay, like, we're able to get up a little bit earlier, thus making meaties a little bit harder, because if you had to get up 9 frames later, right, you could technically time your meaty a little bit later and still recover in time before they delay get up, right? Because they would be getting up 9 frames later early, and then they'd be getting up 20 frames later after that. So that's what I was thinking. Like, you'd have more knockdown frames to whiff highs and get more guaranteed meaty strings. But these are things that we don't talk about in Mortal Kombat 11, and I think this is what leads to a lot of disingenuous arguments, in my personal opinion. Again, like, I'm willing to learn and figure out, like, what I'm doing wrong or what I haven't figured out, but it seems like no one's really kind of convinced me otherwise, like, why there's these issues in MK11, and that's why I constantly ask these questions to kind of get these problems solved and see what the high-level players are doing. Anyway, I figured I would share that. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't expect too many MK11 videos. Like, my thumb is still trying to heal. I just really had to figure this out, and what was the case with how you do meaty strings in Mortal Kombat 11 when it comes to regular get up and delay get up. Anyway, have fun playing fighting games. I'll see you guys later, and have a good fight.